So what do you do when you're 5 minutes away from a wedding venue and the cake falls over because the person driving in front of you decides to slam on their brakes? Well, I will tell you because it happened to me, I want to say a couple years ago. So I was 5 minutes away from the venue. I had a 3-tiered semi-naked vanilla almond cake in my car. And the person driving in front of me, because I live in Atlanta and the traffic is terrible, decided to slam on their brakes, which caused me to have to stop abruptly as well. Once I stopped, I heard the cake fall over and I immediately pulled over to check it. And of course, the entire thing fell over. So I had to make a call to the bride's mother, who was expecting me to arrive with that cake within 5 minutes, and explain to her that the cake fell over due to someone stopping in front of me. And I was so nervous that she was going to be absolutely pissed off about it, which I would totally understand, but I knew I owed them this cake and I had to figure out what I was going to do next. So I ended up going to Publix and purchasing 2 tiers of vanilla cake. Thankfully, the cake was semi-naked, so it was easy to put together once I got home. I didn't have as much time to make them as neat and as even as I wanted to, but those Publix cakes saved the day. I was able to get the cake back to the venue in time to set up just as the guests were arriving in the reception area. I was a little embarrassed because the quality was not the same as what I had made before, but at least they have a cake this time. I spoke with the bride's mother, who did not inform the bride that the cake fell over, which I totally understand. The bride's mother was definitely very understanding. I was very surprised, but she's still one of my favorite clients to this day. About a week or so later, I ended up remaking the cake and meeting up with her and the bride. Of course, she found out what happened after the wedding, which is fine because, we wanted to protect her from that. So I remade the cake with the flavor that she wanted. She ended up putting the cake in a seatbelt, which was so cute so that it wouldn't fall over. And everything turned out just fine, even though that was like one of the scariest caking moments of my career. Have you ever had any moments like this? Hopefully not, but if you have, please feel free to share. And finally, details for these cupcakes I'm working on. These were actually for my cousin's 50th birthday. The flavors were, I believe, vanilla almond, just like the wedding cake in the story, and cinnamon apple. Love these flavors. His only request was that the color scheme be blue. So definitely had fun with this one. I think they turned out beautifully, and be sure to stay out of Atlanta traffic with a wedding cake.